Welcome back. Look around you. Have you noticed that the world is moving faster than ever before? We have faster cars, faster internet, faster food, and faster ways to make money. Yet somehow we are more exhausted, more anxious, and more stressed about our daily lives than any generation in human history. You work all month, you check your bank account, and the money is gone. You sleep for 8 hours, but you wake up entirely exhausted. You spend time with your family, but your mind is somewhere else. What is missing? We have gained the world, but we have lost the most important hidden ingredient to a peaceful life. In Islam, this missing ingredient is called barakah. Barakah translates to divine blessing, increase, and stability. When barakah enters something small, it makes it massive. When barakah enters something broken, it fixes it. And when barakah is removed from something huge, it becomes worthless. Today, we are going to dive incredibly deep into the unseen spiritual laws of provision known as rizq. We are going to uncover exactly why you feel like you never have enough, and we will reveal the powerful, time-tested Islamic secrets to attracting profound barakah into your wealth, your time, and your mind. Let us begin this journey. The first massive mistake we make is how we define rizq. When you hear the word provision or rizq, your brain automatically thinks about money. You think about your salary, your car, and your house. But the Islamic definition of rizq is beautifully vast. Money is actually the lowest form of rizq. Do you know what the highest form of rizq is? It is a peaceful heart. Health is a massive rizq. A righteous spouse is rizq. Children who love you are rizq. Even the ability to sit down and say Alhamdulillah with a sincere heart is a rizq that Allah gave you. When you limit your understanding of provision to just paper money, you become blind to the ocean of blessings you are already swimming in. Imagine a billionaire who is bedridden with an incurable illness, unable to eat a single piece of solid food. He has endless bank accounts, but his risk of health has been restricted. Now imagine a simple worker who comes home tired, eats a basic meal with his family, laughs with his children, and sleeps deeply with a peaceful mind. Who is truly wealthier? The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever among you wakes up secure in his property, healthy in his body, and he has his food for the day, it is as if he were given the entire world." You are likely already rich by the standards of the heavens. Recognizing this is the very first step to unlocking even more. To understand how Allah distributes wealth and peace, we must understand the concept of tawakkul, or complete reliance on God. But tawakkul does not mean laziness. It does not mean sitting in your room waiting for money to fall from the ceiling. Consider the profound example given by the Prophet Muhammad. He said, "If you were to rely upon Allah with the reliance He is due, He would provide for you just as He provides for the birds. They fly out in the morning empty and return in the evening full." Notice the bird's action. The bird does not stay in the nest. The bird flies out into the massive, unknown sky. The bird puts in the physical effort, but the bird's heart is not attached to its own wings. Its heart is attached to the creator of the sky. You must wake up, apply for the job, study for the exam, and put in the absolute highest level of human effort. But when you leave your house, your heart must say, "My success does not come from my resume, it does not come from my boss, and it does not come from the economy. It comes directly from the owner of the heavens and the earth." When you detach your heart from the creation and attach it to the creator, anxiety disappears. If a door closes, you do not despair. You realize Allah closed that door because He is opening a better one. Let us look at one of the most powerful stories of effort and divine provision in human history. The story of Hajar, the wife of Prophet Ibrahim. She was left alone in a barren, empty desert valley with her infant son, Ismail. There were no trees, there was no water, there were no people, just endless burning sand. When her baby began to cry from severe thirst, what did she do? She did not just sit and cry, she ran. She ran up the mountain of Safa looking for help. Then she ran to the mountain of Marwa. She ran back and forth, exhausted, desperate, putting in maximum physical effort. She completed 7 circuits between the 2 mountains. She did everything humanly possible. But where did the water come from? Did it come from her running? No. The water came from the feet of her baby. The angel Jibril struck the earth and the miraculous spring of Zamzam burst forth. This is the ultimate lesson of rizq. You are required to run between your own Safa and Marwa. You are required to sweat and try, but you must firmly believe that the result, the water, comes purely from the mercy of Allah. Your effort is simply proof of your obedience. Allah provides the outcome. So, if Allah is the provider, why do we feel so restricted? Why does our money vanish? Because there are spiritual actions that actively destroy the barakah in our lives. These are the thieves of your peace. The first major thief is ingratitude. Allah states clearly in the Quran, if you are grateful, I will surely increase you. But the opposite is also true. Okay? If you're constantly complaining, comparing your life to people on social media, and ignoring what you have, the blessing is stripped away from you. The second major thief is engaging in forbidden income. Money earned through deception, fraud, interest, or harming others will never, ever bring peace. You might buy a big house with it, but that house will be filled with anxiety and broken relationships. Pure lawful income, even if it is a small amount, carries a massive spiritual weight. The third thief is severing family ties. The Prophet explicitly taught that whoever wants an increase in his provision and an extension in his life must maintain strong ties with his family. If you are not speaking to your parents, your siblings, or your relatives over foolish arguments, you are literally cutting off your own divine supply of blessings. Now that we know what destroys barakah, how do we attract it? What are the spiritual magnets that pull divine provision toward you? The greatest magnet is istighfar, which means seeking the forgiveness of Allah. Prophet Nuh told his people exactly this secret. He told them to ask forgiveness from their Lord, and in return Allah would send rain from the sky, increase them in wealth and children, and provide them with gardens and rivers. If you are stuck financially or emotionally, make a habit of saying astaghfirullah hundreds of times a day. It clears the spiritual blockages caused by our daily mistakes. The second magnet is unseen charity. Giving charity does not decrease wealth. It mathematically multiplies it in the unseen realm. The Prophet swore an oath that charity does not decrease property. When you give to the poor, you are engaging in a transaction with Allah, and Allah is the most generous of partners. Give even when you feel poor and watch how doors open from places you never imagined. Ultimately, the journey to true wealth ends in the mind and the heart. It ends with a concept called qana'ah, which means deep, unshakable contentment. Contentment is a fortress. When you have qana'ah, the advertising industry cannot manipulate you. Social media cannot make you feel inadequate. You look at your simple life, your simple meal, and your family, and you feel like a king. You recognize that everything in this world is a temporary rental. You cannot take your cars or your bank accounts into the grave. You only take your deeds, your pure heart, and your relationship with Allah. If you are listening to this and you are deeply stressed about your future, your job, or your debts, I want you to take a deep breath. The God who fed you when you were in the dark womb of your mother will not abandon you now. Put in the effort, stay away from the forbidden, maintain your prayers, give charity, and then completely let go. Let Allah handle the rest. May Allah shower your homes with barakah. May He expand your rizq from sources you could never predict. And may He grant you the ultimate wealth, a peaceful, contented heart. Thank you for listening. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who is working hard and needs a spiritual comfort. Peace be upon you.